Salutations, this is Grimdevel, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are Grimdevel, the Spry Felid of Nemelex, and we have been having a bit of a hard time. We died in Spider's Nest last time to Arachne. We have 0 extra lives right now. We've died 4 times, and that is not wonderful. You know, if you've watched me play the series, I often say that, like, if you lose in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, for the most part, especially like after the first like level or two, like it's usually because of your own. It's usually your own fault, right? You rushed, you weren't deliberating enough, you made some bad decisions, and it's a great game because the game rarely puts you in a situation where there's just nothing you can do. And I'm feeling a little hopeless right now. I'm not exactly sure what we can do. I feel like we're not strong enough to advance in the game, and that's not a good feeling. Now, that's, to be fair, that is my fault. It's my fault because we've died 4 times, and we shouldn't be level 14. We should be like level 16 or 17. So we are weaker because of that. We have less hit points because of that. Although our skills are still, I don't think they go down. Some of it's just like, we need to rethink our strategy. If we're going to if we're going to last more than one more episode here, we need to rethink our strategy, I think. We have this spell list, and maybe we should start thinking about using some different spells than we've been using. You know, we've been embracing ice magic. It is our highest spell school right now. It's not like wildly high. It's only almost 12. We've been focusing on dodging and fighting. And the reason that we've continued to pursue ice magic, for one thing, was it's the book that we started with, and there are a bunch, like, these are the spells that have gotten us this far, and it's been effective, but it's starting to lose its effectiveness, efficacity, is that a word? But we've kept at it mostly because, like, we have Polar Vortex. And thinking about, like, okay, like, we can keep pursuing ice, and there's, like, an end game with ice. The thing is, we really haven't gotten a lot of mid-level ice spells. Although I say that, and we do have... Maybe I'm not paying attention. Like, we would have to cross-train. Like, Freezing Cloud is not a spell I'm used to either. I'm not that familiar with some of these ice spells. Freezing Cloud... conjures a large cloud of lethally cold vapor. That might be really good. We have some conjurations. We don't have any air magic. And that is something we could do. But the other thing is, like, I feel like Hailstorm should be a lot more powerful. Hailstorm is only at 38% power, and I think it has the potential to do a whole lot of damage. But it can be difficult to, like, cast effectively, as you've seen in this game. I don't know. Manifold Assault is not doing a lot for us. I don't think. And maybe we want to not focus on that. Maybe we want to focus on unarmed combat and fighting. But I think we need to embrace magic. We don't have a lot of spell levels either right now. Although I'm sure... Do we have any Scrolls of Amnesia? Yes, we have 3 Scrolls of Amnesia. So we could forget some of these things. Like, I could forget Manifold Assault and really, you know... Sunk cost fallacy, whatever. Although we did train our translocations pretty high up. Hopefully, I am still hoping it's effective in some way. But it might have been a poor decision to go in that much on it. I mean, we have a +4 aptitude. It wasn't as bad as it seems. But we gotta, I don't know. I mean, maybe even just memorizing Foxfire, level 1 fire spell, might help us. Simulacrum, I've never really embraced Simulacrum because first of all, you need a corpse to cast. Like, you have to kill creatures for the Simulacra to appear. I always feel like they're not even that powerful, but maybe they're more powerful than I imagine. I always just imagine, like, the kinds that you fight, and those can be... I mean, we did die to a Simulacrum Caustic Strike. Freezing Cloud, Conjuration, Ice, and Air. So we would need to get more Conjurations and more Air Magic if we wanted to get that online. I don't even know if that's worth it. I'm not used to these spells. I feel like Hailstorm might be enough for that. In any case, let's leave. Spider's getting really tough. Arachne killed us. We are running out of time in Spider. Like we're hedging so much on our fights and doing like run back tactics that the Zot clock is becoming an issue. So where else can we go? We can go to Swamp. We could go to... I mean, we could just start looking at vaults instead. Vaults 1 through 4. Same with Elf. We could look at Elf. I'm not sure those are going to be any easier. Let's try the first level of Swamp. Let's go to Swamp 1. We have Fly and our Poison both. Let's see. Uploaded Husk right there. That will explode. How much damage do you do if you explode? Does it tell us? It doesn't. Probably a lot. I'm not sure there's much I can do about that. I'm just gonna... Yep. It takes over half of our damage. We're gonna go up so that Swamp Drake doesn't get a chance. I feel like we need to bring the Swamp Drake up. I'm gonna Manifold Assault. Oh, wow. That... Manifold Assaulting 3 times was very effective against that Swamp Drake. Maybe it shows that Manifold Assault isn't high enough power. And that's why, like, it's not as effective as I'm used to it being effective, like in our last run. Power's 45%. It doesn't tell me how many enemies it can strike at once at that power. Manifold? I need... Okay. Ozakubo. I thought you would approach me. Okay, there we go. Great. I'm going to go up and get more magic. Our magic back. Okay, come back down. What I really want to know is ramparts. Yeah, Oh, no. Yeah, ramparts does not work on the trees. That's what I was afraid of. So we can't really use ramparts effectively at all in the swamps. Hello. Whoops, you don't see us yet. Mleoglottal, the unformed horror. Demon Prince, once possessed hunger for power. Okay. You might, you cause fear, and you corrupt. Right. Okay. This is a newish enemy. As I'm talking about, like, not being able to use ramparts, which is one of our more effective spells. Let's summon an Ice Beast. Now you see us. I want a Hailstorm. And the thing is, Hailstorm will kill the Ice Beast, right? It'll be very... It'll hurt it. I mean, it's good for groups. Let me Manifold Assault. Alright, and I think we need to bring this thing up. At which point... It's mighted, but it's mighted, not berserk. So we should be able to outrun it. Nope, it's attacking us. Never mind. Let's Ozakubo. It's corrupting. Let's get another friend. Ow. We might just die here. We might just die here. What can I do? Nemelex. Draw destruction. I don't have enough for deal 4. But I could triple draw. That would get rid of 3 destruction cards, although... I think we just draw destruction. Draw a bunch of destruction. What are we going to draw here? What one was that? What did I draw? Oh, Orbit Destruction, okay. Let's draw another one. Oh, that was effective. A lot of abyssal things here. Let's, what can we do? Mind Burst? No, 14% chance. Acid. Great. Looking at scrolls. We've got some scrolls of summoning, and I could draw a summoning card. We've got 4. I think I'm going to draw more destruction, though. That was Vitriol. Oh, yeah, we're doing good here. We don't have a lot of hit points, but we're doing well. And I'm glad the Ice Beast is here. I don't love all these creatures, though. Wand of Roots? I'm gonna Manifold Assault it. That was not effective. And maybe I shouldn't have done that because, okay. It's okay. Acid. More acid. No, you know what? More roots. I never use roots. I used it on the wrong thing. Where did it go? I don't think we killed it. Oh, I did. I did kill it. The Grasping Roots we'd already used killed it. Excellent. All right. I don't know what all this, like... I don't know how this corruption works. It's just kind of cool. All right. Spriggan Druid. Fine. You can... Stone Arrow. That will hurt. 3d18. Man. Awakened Forest, Druid's Call, Minor Healing. Oh, look at this corruption, too. Demonic Tree. Okay. I will Ozakubo just because of the Stone Arrow. Manifold Assault, I guess. I missed it. I miscast it. This is bad. Let's Hailstorm. And again. And again. Nice. All right, go up this. I can't move. All right, now I can move. Yes. Break the icy armor. Okay, okay. We're doing it. I'm gonna cap dodging at 18 instead of 21. I want to focus on other things, including stealth. We're getting our stealth up, and I think it's going to be good. Fighting is still... I still want to train fighting. Fighting gives us more hit points, which is our weakest point as a Felid. And then it's a question of, do we want to, like, really hit Ice Magic hard or go into some other spellcasting things? I'm not certain. Oh! Wow. So I went down the stairs. I didn't quite realize how much would just immediately hit us coming down. We just took 49 points of damage. And if I go up the stairs, we might just die. I don't know what I can do about that. Going up the stairs might be a bad idea. I could... What can I do? I do have Scrolls of Blinking. So I could blink away, but a lot of these things do have ranged attacks, including the 3 Swamp Worms. And even then, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, right now we are next to some pretty heavy hitters. I could also just cast Blink, but there's no guarantee of what that would do. But I think that's smarter than going back up the stairs. And then once we blink away... Well, the other thing we could do is try to read a Scroll of Fear. All of these things should be fearable. I think that's probably the better move. Yep, everything's afraid. Go up the stairs. Okay. All right. I don't know if we're going back down these stairs right away. Let's go to Vaults. Let's go to Vaults 1. Right, you need a rune to enter Vaults. They're actually changing this in the next version so that you don't need a rune to enter, but you will get a warning when you try to enter without a rune, and it will let you know that you need a rune to leave. So people that want to go in and get the silver rune before they get any other rune can do that. But if they try to do that, they have to get it. They can't run back. which is an interesting change. Right, so I forgot about that. What about the Elven Halls? It's weird going to Elf before you get a rune. But we don't have fire. No, we do have a ring of protection from fire, so we've got resistances. It's not a bad place for ramparts. I kind of want to try it. I mean, we can't be doing worse there than we've done in other places. We're like almost immediately dying everywhere we go. So we could die in Spider, Swamp, or Elf. We might as well die somewhere. Oh, this is a bad... This is a bad entrance for us. This is a bad entrance for us. Ozukuba's arm... Sorry, Ramparts does nothing for us here. You know, in Swamp, I should have just started teleporting others. I don't know, maybe. I may not have... I would have had to blink or fear anyway. We're in such a bad situation. Let's get a friend. I am going to start teleport othering some of these folks. Let's teleport... Do I have... These are Zephyrmancers. I don't have Aralek. Nor do I have a source of Aralek. Put on protection from fire. I'm going to Manifold Assault. Ow. Alright, we're on fire. Oh! That was it. That was it. Well, we didn't get a rune. So maybe that was really dumb going into Elf. But to be fair to me, we were not having any more luck in Swamp or Spider. Like, both of those were proving impossible for this build. So part of that is, like, mistakes I made, you know, retrospective here. Some of this was mistakes that I had made earlier that had gotten us killed a few times. And those were my mistakes. We died twice in the Bailey. That was on me. Maybe I shouldn't have gone into the Bailey. Maybe I should have been more careful with the priest that killed us. When we died to Arachne, I'm sure there's more I could have done there. Well, as soon as I saw Arachne, I should have had a better, like, understanding of what was happening. I can't remember what our other death was, but I'm sure it was the same thing. I'm sure it was something I could have avoided and thought through better. Oh, it was the Caustic Shrike, Simulacrum. Yeah, we had no business being in that ice cave, for one thing. It's not like there was any good loot in there for us. We shouldn't have gone in there. Although, yeah. So I think this... And part of it was luck. You know, there is a luck element to this. As I mentioned last time, like... We don't have an amulet. We have 3 wearable slots as a Felid. And when you don't get... I mean, we do have 2 really good rings. But not having any amulet is a huge disadvantage when it's one of the only things you can wear. You kind of need something. Anything. An Amulet of Reflection would have at least given us 5 shield. Regen has obvious advantages. Guardian Spirit... Acrobatics, I think, is what we likely would have wanted most. And we didn't find even any shops where you could buy. We didn't find a single shop where we could buy anything that our character could use. So there was definitely bad luck here. That is a part of it. And not only that, but bad luck in the spells that we found. Like, I think there... And I don't know the ice school that much, but I think there are other ice spells that, like... Maybe we could have, if we had found, we might have been able to use to our advantage. And I'm sure I could have done some better, like, even the spells we found, maybe I should have done a better job at, like, figuring out what would work best for what was upcoming for Swamp and for Spider. But, I am disappointed. I felt like when, like, going through Lair and Orc, we started feeling like we were really getting the hang of it. We were doing really well. And then as soon as we dipped into Spider... the next like logical thing to do, it was like, oh, this character is not survivable. And I don't know. I would love to hear like other people's ideas about what happened there. We did get far. I know we didn't get a rune, but I think we did get far enough in this Let's Play that I think this is it. This is the true death of this Felid character. We may play a Felid in the future. I don't know, but if we do, it probably won't be an Ice Elementalist. It might be something else. And if we do an Ice Elementalist in the future, it probably won't be a Felid. But I would at some point like to win with both of them, and with Nemelex for that matter. Nemelex is an interesting god choice, and it was not a bad god choice for us, I don't think, necessarily. It's just a really hard class. One day I do hope to beat it. Well, I guess that's it. So I do want to play more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and I probably will play another series immediately after this. I do also want to start playing more Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. The new stable version of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead just came out, but we still have our game that that we started live streaming like a year and a half ago. And I don't think you can upgrade that. So I kind of want to just like finish that one way or another before playing with the new stable, quote-unquote G version, the Gaiman version, as opposed to Frank, which they must be named after sci-fi fantasy writers, I guess. Anyway, so I do want, I will probably do a series of that soon. Maybe I'll take it off of live streaming and just make it a regular series, because I have trouble finding the time to live stream with my babies. Really, I only have a little time to record like late at night after everyone's asleep, and it's not conducive to live streaming. But maybe I could try doing that late at night. I don't know. It would be new for me. Anyway, I do have already some suggestions for the next run that we do in DCSS. I have some ideas of my own as well. This was disappointing, as I really felt like we were getting traction. But it is what it is. That is Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, and I enjoyed playing the series with you, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.